Disappointing you now is better than disappointing you after you believe and trust me to meet your expectations. Cue the music so you know who we are, and we're going to chat about that today. Thinking about downsizing is a significant decision, isn't it? For many of you, it comes after decades spent in a home filled with memories, a place where you raised your family, you celebrated milestones, and you built a life. Perhaps like my own mother, you've been in your home for 50, 60, or more years. This house represents stability, comfort, and a huge part of your personal history, not to mention your biggest financial asset that you've worked decades to pay off. I've been there, done it. I was even disappointed. Well, not so much me, but my husband. I'm Brenda K with the Halifax Home Selling Group, and this is the Sweet Miss Frankie. If this video resonates with you, please let me know. Like, share, and subscribe so I can keep you fully informed on today's world of real estate. So let's be frank. For many in the senior boomer generation, especially those who purchased their homes back in the 60s or 70s, this home is more than just, it's more than just memories. It's likely the cornerstone of your financial security. You've worked hard. You've paid the mortgage off years ago. And while you have your pensions, the equity built up in this property represents the largest portion of your wealth, the nest egg you're counting on for a comfortable and secure retirement. So naturally, when the time comes to sell, the number one goal is often to maximize that return. You might have a figure in your head, a price you hope for, maybe even a price you feel you need to make your retirement plans work. The temptation to list your home at that top dollar figure, or maybe even a bit higher to test the market, it's completely understandable. My own husband tried it. So here's where we need to have an honest conversation about the realities of today's real estate market. And while aiming too high with your asking price can actually hinder your sale, leading to more stress and potentially less money in your pocket in the long run. The game has changed significantly, primarily due to technology. Unlike years ago when I first got into real estate, buyers are incredibly well informed. They aren't just relying on their agent, they have instant access right on their phone in a minute. Computers to a wealth of information. They can easily see what comparable homes in your neighborhood have actually sold for, often within days or even hours of a sale closing. They know the recent sales trends, the average days on market, and the price history of listings. That's a big one. Because of this transparency, buyers are savvy. They understand market value. If a home is priced significantly above the recent comparable sales, they know it, and their reaction is predictable. They might ignore it. Many buyers set up automatic search alerts with specific price ranges. If your home is priced too high, it might not even appear in their search results. For the most qualified and likely buyers, they just simply won't see it. They wait. I know I do. I see an overpriced listing and I adopt a wait and see approach. They assume you'll eventually have to reduce the price and they're willing to wait you out. This means your home sits. They assume there's a problem. The longer a home sits on the market, especially in an active market, the more buyers start to wonder, what's wrong with this? Is it the condition? Is it the location? Or maybe the seller's just unrealistic. The stigma can be hard to shake even after a price reduction. Here's a crucial point. Buyers will not pay substantially more for your home simply because you need a certain amount of money for your retirement plan. It sounds harsh, but it's true. They will not finance your retirement. And that's what you're asking the buyers to do if you overprice. They'll move on to a home that is priced realistically based on what the market data support. As your realtor, my commitment to you is to be a trusted advisor through this major transition. And that trust requires honesty, even when it's difficult. Hearing that your beloved home, your biggest asset, may not fetch the absolute top number that you envision, I know it can be genuinely disappointing. I understand that because I've been there. I saw my own husband go through it when we downsized. When we discussed pricing and I presented market analysis, just like I did to him, showing a value lower than your hope. I don't enjoy delivering that message, and I know you want to shoot the messenger. I'm going to go with the agent that promises me the highest price. But I firmly believe that facing a realistic market value upfront, even if it requires adjusting expectations, is far less painful than the alternative. Agreeing to list at an inflated price might feel good initially, but let me tell you, that feeling fades quickly. You start mentally spending that money, planning your future around a number that it's not going to happen. Money's never going to materialize in your bank. And then comes the waiting, the low number of showings, the feedback focusing on the price being too high, the eventual necessary price reductions. Each step chips away at your confidence, adds stress, and really hurts your feelings. The negative feedback, that hurts your feelings. Because when it's your home, the one you've poured your life into, every comment is personal. And let me tell you, it can be heartbreaking. My job is not just to sell your house, but to protect your interests and your emotional well-being throughout this process. Leading you to believe you can get a price that the market clearly won't buy sets you up for prolonged disappointment and heartache. On my watch, I'm not willing to do that. You deserve a smoother, more predictable, and ultimately successful selling experience. Let me just turn my girl around here again. Pricing your home correctly from the start based on solid market evidence is the most effective strategy. It helps attract the right buyers quickly. It generates positive momentum. It reduces stress and ultimately leads to a faster sale at the best and highest possible market price. Let's work together. Let's look at the data honestly. Set a strategic price that respects both your home's value and the current market dynamic, and create a plan designed to get you successfully on to the next chapter of your life. While facing a realistic market value might require adjusting expectations now, trust me when I say it is far better to potentially disappoint you with an honest market value now than to disappoint you later after you've endured weeks or months of stress and deeply personal negative responses about your home, your pride, your joy. That's the experience I'm committed to helping you avoid. I'm Brenda K, and I so appreciate you tuning in each week. And remember, when you're thinking real estate in Halifax, think Brenda K. I'm here for you. And so is the sweet Miss Frankie. And we'll see you on our next video. Cheers.